Judge Juan Merchan, who is suffering from an acute case of Trump derangement syndrome, whose daughter represents crooked Joe Biden. This is this is not the current judge like overseeing his case, right? What is this is more senile. You understand, this is more senile than probably every single thing Biden has done combined. Why would you? New York judge overseeing Donald Trump's hush money trial will take center stage in the case Monday, with jury selection kicking off. Why would you do this? What's wrong with talking about a judge's daughter? What about freedom of speech? Because there's a gag order, you fucking retard. If I don't know, I don't know what the gag order covers. Even if there wasn't a gag order, how fucking retarded would you have to be to talk shit about the judge overseeing your fucking trial and their family? Adam Shifty Schiff and other radical liberals has just posted a picture of me behind bars, her obvious goal, and makes it completely impossible for me to get a fair trial. Has now issued another illegal, un-American, unconstitutional order as he continues to try and take away my rights. This judge, by issuing a vicious gag order, is wrongfully attempting to deprive me of my First Amendment right to speak out against the weaponization of law enforcement, including the fact that crooked Joe Biden, Merrick Garland, and their hacks and thugs are tracking and following me all across the country, obsessively trying to persecute me while everyone knows I have done nothing wrong. Keep in mind, Donald Trump is the only president that's called on the DOJ to actually prosecute somebody, right? Keep in mind that Donald Trump's the one that did that, but okay. Holy shit. Page 2. So let me get this straight. The judge's daughter is allowed to post pictures of her dream of putting me in jail. The Manhattan DA is able to say whatever lies about me he wants. Hold on. When we say judge, it's not like these guys live together, right? I'm assuming the judge's daughter is a full-on adult human being. Why the fuck is he even looking at this person's Twitter account? What the fuck? The judge can violate our laws and constitution at every turn, but I am not allowed to talk about the attacks against me and the lunatics trying to destroy my life and prevent me from winning the 2024 presidential election, which I am dominating. Maybe the judge is such a hater because his daughter makes money by working to get Trump, and when he rules against me over and over again, he is making her company and her richer and richer. How can this be allowed? The judge has to recuse himself immediately and right the wrong committed by not doing so last year. If the biased and conflicted judge is allowed to stay on this sham case, it will be another sad example of our country becoming a banana republic, not the America we used to know and love. These are election interfering witch hunts. We will crush each of these hoaxes and make America great again. Jesus fuck. Highly conflicted, to put it mildly, Judge Juan Merchan, is it Merchan or Merchan, has taken away my constitutional right to free speech. Everybody is allowed to talk and lie about me, but I am not allowed to defend myself. This is a kangaroo court, and the judge should recuse himself. It's got to be, they must think they've, my guess is they've lost this case, and the judge knows it. Not the judge, the defense knows it. That's the only thing I can think of. He's like, bro, you're fucked on this one. So go crazy. Go for a mistrial, maybe? I don't even know. What do you do? There's... Trump falsely accuses hush money judge's daughter of posting pictures of him behind bars. A new Twitter account that was created in April 2023 using Lauren Merchan's old handle. Oh no. Donald Trump made a claim of so-called bias in his New York hush money trial on Wednesday. The daughter of Juan Mercan, the judge assigned to the case, appears to have an X account with a profile picture depicting Trump behind bars. There's only one problem. The account's veracity is dubious at best, with a creation date of April 2023. Analysis of the Twitter ID associated with the account shows that Judge Juan Mercan's daughter, Lauren's known Twitter account that she has used since 2016, had its name changed and was set private at some point last spring. It wasn't even her. Holy shit. Why Mercan changed her username and went private is also unknown, but it appears to have happened before April 4th last year, when a Breitbart article about her reported that her Twitter account appeared to be deleted, weeks after Judge Mercan was announced as the judge who would preside over what is now likely to be Trump's first criminal trial next month. Jesus. At this level, can you go for a mistrial? My understanding, this is like stuff I've heard from Legal Eagle and other lawyers, so I don't know how true this is. But my understanding is that for a federal judge to recuse themselves is a really big deal. But this isn't even a federal case, right? Isn't this a New York case? Do state judges recuse themselves with a lower bar? I don't know. I do know that because I know this came up a lot when I know this came up a lot for the Mar-a-Lago case, because people are like, oh, the Florida judge is not, this is a biased judge, he should recuse, blah, blah, blah. But I think that for a federal judge to recuse themselves, it's a really high bar to pass. It's a really big deal. But this case is a state case, so maybe it's not the same. I don't know. I'm not sure. It would be actually smart of Trump if he's doing that just to get a mistrial. No, that's not smart. Why would you think that's smart, you fucking retard? Oh, I figured out how you hack the court system. I'm just going to say a lot of crazy, unhinged shit, and then mistrial. That's like I feel there must have been a movie or some retarded YouTube video that made you fucking retards think that you can just like force a mistrial through stupid autistic memery, and that's like the hacking code to get out of like all criminal charges. Like, my guess is you're more likely to get arrested for obstruction of justice or have like additional charges levied on you. Mistrial. I got a wacky break gag order. Mistrial. Then why the gag order? I don't even know if gag orders are that uncommon. Are you allowed to talk about how common? I mean, we can look it up. How common are gag orders criminal cases? Gag orders tend to be more common in high-profile cases that attract media coverage, so they often seem more common than in actuality. Typically, judges will consider current media coverage and the likelihood that publicity will improperly impact a case. I thought that you usually gag order stuff if there's a likelihood that witnesses or juries will be impacted by the media coverage, right? So technically, a jury is now, in practice, isn't perfect, but technically a jury is only supposed to be able to take into account what's presented in front of them in trial that hasn't been objected to or stricken from the record. But if let's say the jury's listening to a case and they hear everything, let's say, for example, so for your pretrial stuff, evidentiary stuff is really important. What evidence is allowed to be submitted? What evidence isn't allowed to be submitted? Well, let's say that you're not allowed to talk about how, Donald Trump, has a 52-inch cock, and that's why, he couldn't have possibly had sex with that woman. Well, let's say that the judge says, well, actually, we didn't find there's no reason to think his dick is that big. You haven't submitted that. You're not allowed to bring that up in court. Well, what if later on in the news, Trump gets in front of the camera, he's like, I have a 52-inch dick. I've got a 52-inch dick. I got a 52-inch dick. The likelihood of the jury being influenced by hearing those statements, seeing it in the media, might make them reconsider stuff in the trial, even though that stuff didn't pass on evidentiary grounds, so the judge wouldn't admit that into the courtroom. So I don't think gag orders are that uncommon for super popular cases. Now, I know in places, I think like the United Kingdom, they either auto gag or they gag way more harshly on shit. Whew. But Trump hush money trial. What is the gag order and what does it do? The judge overseeing Donald Trump's criminal trial on charges stemming from hush money paid to a porn star will on Tuesday consider prosecutors' request to fine the former U.S. president for violating a gag order barring him from talking publicly about certain people involved in the case and their families. Trump has pleaded not guilty to falsifying business records to cover up his former lawyer, Michael Cohen's $130,000 payment before the 2016 election to stop adult film actress Stormy Daniels from talking about a sexual encounter she says she and Trump had in 2006. Trump denies an encounter. What's the gag order do? Prevents Trump from making public statements about witnesses concerning their political or their potential testimony, about jurors or prospective jurors, and about prosecutors, court staff, and their family members if those statements are meant to interfere with the case. Court staff would include the judge, I'm assuming, right? Oh, no, it wouldn't actually, because on April 1st, Merchan extended the gag order to cover his own family members and family members of Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, whose office charged Trump. The order does not restrict Trump's statements about Merchan and Bragg. Okay. And Trump has still been making posts attacking Cohen and Stormy Daniels, apparently. Damn, wait, where is this in Manhattan? Probably, right? I should have been trying to catch a picture. When did this happen? Merchan? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. What happens if you break a gag order? I don't know. Either a fine or penalties for breaking gag order. Anytime you violate an order of the court, including a gag order, you could be found guilty of contempt. If you're facing contempt charges for violating a gag order, you should speak with a criminal defense attorney as soon as possible. Contempt of court violation penalty, New York. If you're convicted of any degree of this crime, your outlook is bleak in terms of sentencing. Second degree is an A-class misdemeanor, while a first-degree conviction is an E felony. These crimes are punishable with sentences of up to 1 year in jail and 4 years in state prison, respectively. Aggravated criminal contempt trumps both crimes. Trump is a D felony, punishable by as many as 7 years in upstate. So let's see. I'm guessing he would get the least one, right? Like second degree criminal contempt. What does that look like? This is for New York. This is for violating a restraining order, commonly called orders of protection. Okay, what is a first degree criminal contempt? Aggravated criminal. No way it would be all the way up to this one. Control F, gag order. Huh. Would you be held in criminal? There's not like a civil contempt, is there? Contempt is always going to be like a criminal thing, right? I don't know. I don't know what you'd be charged with. Holy shit. So the judge today, so right now they're hearing on whether or not he's violated his gag order, basically. There is civil contempt? Oh. Remove the gag order. What do you have to hide? Holy shit. Broad, what are you doing? What are you doing? Former President Donald Trump and conspiracy theorist Laura Loomer are pushing this ridiculous idea that the daughter of Judge Merchan, the judge in his New York hush money case, had an image of Trump behind bars, their ex-profile picture. It turns out that Loomer fell for a fake account after the judge's daughter renamed her account. Oh, Laura Loomer was the one who started this?
A brand new conspiracy theory is taking X and other social media by storm yesterday, and
February, March. This is like 3 weeks ago. Damn. Damn.